Languages have systems. This course breaks down the system of American pronunciation. It covers the fundamental characteristics that are necessary to create the American sound. I explain the methods that I use in my classes to identify if a student is or isn't creating these characteristics so that you can tune your ears and start using my methodology to guide yourself. So don't wait any longer. Jump right in so that you can learn how to deliver your message in the way that an American listener expects, and you can reach your goal and boost up your English.
Hi, I'm Anton. I'm from Ukraine, and I'm a psychologist. Formerly an IT guy turned psychologist.
So, Anton, why did you decide to start working with me?
So it was always a solo journey. And I always felt that, when you study on your own, you miss some important concepts. So I decided, okay, I just need to find a mentor, or I just need to find a professional who can lead me and who can help me to overcome the challenges that I can't overcome on my own, right? So actually, I started studying with another guy before you. I've tried a couple of coaches, a couple of mentors, and what actually bothered me was that they were offering something like conversational style learning. And the main promise from them was that, okay, we're just going to speak, we're just going to talk, and you learn from our conversations. But I know that if you don't have a framework, you can't just learn from talking. And that's why I started searching for somebody who had a more clear and structured framework. And then I saw that she promised a framework, and that I really bought into it. And when we had our first session, then I understood that, this guy is the guy who will provide me with the needed knowledge.
You kind of talked about this already. Can you talk about some specific things that you learned from the program?
Placement, core sound. These are the things I didn't know before, that it existed. Our voice come from different part of the body. I didn't know that. I didn't learn it at school or textbook. Also, schwa and linking, and I have to open up my mouth, and reduction.
Yeah, I remember a lot of placement work. Made a lot of improvement really with the mouth movement. I remember that was one thing that you weren't aware of at all, was just getting a more open sound, really highlighting the vowels. And it took a little while to get adjusted, but I think now you have a lot more consistency with that. What doubts did you have specifically about your accent and about my program before you started?
Well, I didn't have much doubt about the program. I was like, well, he seems like a good teacher, so go with the flow, Like I said, my accent wasn't perfect. And I wouldn't say it's perfect now, but it's like you can listen to it without being like, what was he rapping about, Wow, that sounds weird or something like that. So I wanted to sound more natural so people would enjoy listening to my songs instead of cringe.
What advice or what tips for success would you give a student who's just beginning to start training accent pronunciation with me?
Yeah, so listen to Josh. Practice your your body basically at the start, so you can produce those sounds automatically. And then I would say record yourself. Practice reading aloud, and then record yourself and listen to yourself, and even try to give yourself feedback. Like if you were to teach yourself, what would you do differently? What would you improve? What would you correct to be even better? And then confront your feedback with Josh and then work on it. So I think this work at least great for me.
Yeah, that's awesome advice. I mean, that's one of the main parts of the program that I try to do, is get you guys to be able to guide yourself, to really know exactly what direction to head in and how to identify whether or not you're reaching your goal. So I feel like you've really reached that and you're doing a good job of it. So I'm happy for your results, man. And, it's been great working with you, and to continue working with you, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, thank you, Josh.